if not, then at least somebody from TRS should come and take a position as to why they are not doing what the government is supposed to do. But do you see any political representative either submitting ideally there should be, because it's a matter which has been brewing in the country for a very long time. You know, people are out on the streets at the slightest provocation to either demand Sartan se juda or, you know, to actually literally lynch somebody and make a video. Then I think any state government under whose jurisdiction such nonsense is happening, they should just come up with a white paper and explain their position as to why they are not taking any action against the mob. As somebody who has worked on elections and as somebody who has been a political strategist for good, 13 elections in the past, let me tell you very clearly, this is all because the mob that you see on the streets right now are the people who vote either the TRS or the AIM to either to power or, you know, send their MPs to the Lok Sabha. So they are not going to take any action. This is basic political prudence. They are never going to take any action against them. Silence is golden, because then when you are silent, you are basically sending a message to the electorate that it's fine, we'll handle it at our end, by either not speaking or not sending any public representative. And let me also tell you, this drama that Mr. Rahmani is putting up, that he's offended. First of all, nobody spoke when Mr. Rahmani was speaking. Yeah. But whenever I spoke, and again, he cannot deny that he did not do it. It's all out on public record. Whenever I spoke, he butted in between to speak something or the other. And why is he feeling offended? What he spoke on the other news channel, I don't want to take the news channel's name also. What he spoke on that news channel is out there in the public domain. He should actually put out a video and say that this is the actual clip. This is how I was venerating Lord Shiva. This is how I was actually, paying obeisance to Lord Shiva, not talking anything nonsensical about the Shivling. He should actually put out a video in the public domain, or as an apology. He should make a fresh video and say this is his position on Lord Shiva. This is how he believes in the Shiv Mahatmya. All his, sins would be purged. As Hindus, we are actually pretty tolerant, and I'm not saying it with a pinch of salt. I'm saying it with all humility and grace at hand. We are very tolerant. We will forgive him, provided he comes out with a video. Because, you know, Anand, as a woman, I'm taking this position today. My Nupur is a very close friend of mine. And I actually feel scared for her life. And many people out there feel scared for her life. No, she's never ever going to walk free. I spoke on the streets of Delhi. She's never going to walk free on the streets anywhere in the world. No, so then, that's the condition. So if that is the case, then and what's happening in Hyderabad. If that is the case, Ratan Sharda ji, then those people who are encouraging Sartan se juda, will they take responsibility for the butchering of Kanhaiya Lal and Umesh Kole? Will these people who have openly come out and said, then the court should say, you said it? Just like the courts observed, right? They had certain observations to make on Nupur Sharma's comments. Will they take around and turn around and tell Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi and his party members, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and her party members, Mr. Rahul Gandhi and her party members, who are coming out and saying, go out and hit Raja if there is no action, if he does not apologize. Go out and beat him up. I will come out and take a mob and I'll do it if you don't arrest him. Who are calling for making these calls, will they take responsibility if tomorrow something happens to H. Raja or Nupur Sharma? Ratan Sharda ji.
No, Anand, these people are silent collaborators, the cover fire people of these jihadi Islamist elements. That is why they will not say this, they will not do anything. It is very clearly shown by Owaisi's action, and they have come on TV. Every time they come, they say that, okay, what is happening is wrong, Sartan is wrong, but every time there is a but with double T, saying that Raja started it, Nupur started it, and there are defensive people on the channel who say, yes, they started it. They said something. Actually, both statements are very different. One is the heat of the debate, other is deliberate. That's why I said what he said was unwarranted. At the same time, then they say that is why we cannot stop Sartan se juda. Did Hindus ever go for Sartan se juda all this time? Did they run riot when the Gyanvapi survey was stopped? When they made fun for 10 days before things went out of hand and government had to take action? No, sir. This is the problem. That these people are silent collaborators. I have today tweeted a news item where this Sartan se juda came from Pakistan.
Yes,
Tehreek-e-Labbaik. So
it originated from there.
Pakistan. They want India to become Pakistan. They want to become what Zia made Pakistan into hell. They want the same hell in India. Because for them, any lifestyle is fine. बाकी सब तो कोई ऊपर वाला देख लेगा. But here we will not allow people in peace because that is the motto across the world. India is not the only one. Any excuse, any society, it can be Nigeria, it can be Kenya, it can be Somalia, it can be Sweden, Denmark, US, anything. But will anybody say this is wrong? Will somebody rise and say there are Maulanas on the TV coming very boldly saying that what they say is not even in Islam? How many such Maulanas we need? How many such Maulanas should be encouraged by TV channels to come and speak boldly? But we get these bigots and they will keep on defending these indefensible people and this violent language. That is our problem.
Well, it is. And will the governments of the day responsible for law and order and who are being accused of one-sided action or one-sided crackdown on hate mongering, will they take responsibility if tomorrow something untoward happens? The lawyer who did his job as a lawyer to defend Raja Singh has received 3 threat calls. One of which he says the number originated from UAE, the others are local numbers. So tomorrow something happens to him, who's going to take responsibility? Will the state and the
Even
police take
Gyan Kafi
responsibility?
Development has been threatened.